Pricing isn't difficult because we're bad at maths. Pricing is difficult because it's emotional.
Yes. And until we understand that, no pricing formula in the world is going to fix it. Good morning. We are Abigail.
And I'm Christy.
We are Abigail and Christy. We are Abigail Lewis Photography, and we are maternity newborn photographers, business partners, sisters. Anything else that we are?
I don't know.
Business mentors.
Yeah. Podcast hosts.
Yeah, that's giving you a CV. We're here this morning to talk about pricing, which is a really big topic.
We get asked about this all the time.
All the time. And we're not going to be able to do it all today in this live, but we'll do as much as we can today, and going forward there are going to be more lives on it. Yes. So I'm quite excited to dive into the world of pricing, because the majority of it isn't actually about the pricing, it's about the mindset and the structures that go behind the pricing.
Yeah, how you think about it, how it kind of resonates with you.
Yeah.
And building confidence around your pricing structure.
Yes. While we are waiting for a few more people to join, let us know in the comments where you're from. I know Christy hates me saying it, but it's my favourite.
She just really nosy. She likes to know where you are in the world.
Where we're reaching.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know.
We have been surprised though with that though. People like all over the world. It's lovely.
Literally all over. I think we'll have less Americans this time.
Oh, we're a bit early today.
And from over that side of the world, because we are a bit earlier than usual. But still, let us know where you're coming from. And should we just plough on while we waiting? So let's talk about why pricing feels uncomfortable, because I think that is the biggest issue, isn't it, with pricing, is that people feel so uncomfortable around it. They don't know how to charge or what to charge, and why they're charging so much or why they're not charging enough.
Yeah, and then the uncomfortable part of asking for a certain price when you start upping your price,
feeling greedy because you've upped your pricing and being judged.
Yeah.
We've been there when we've felt like people are judging us because of how much we charge.
Yeah. Or how little we charged at one point.
How little we charged.
We were judged on that once.
Not feeling good enough for what you need to charge, maybe.
Yeah.
There's
lots of feelings, and pricing is very emotional.
It is. Vlogging everything. Morning. Good morning. Let us know where you are vlogging from. It's a very emotional subject, and I think that's what puts people off. It's never about the maths, I don't think, because when you break the maths side down, it can be quite simple, can't it?
It can, yeah.
It's the emotional and mental part of it. Yeah. Oh, they come Ireland.
Do you know what? We haven't had anybody from Ireland in a while, have we?
No.
Good morning.
I've only ever been to Ireland once. Loved it.
We had a lovely time, didn't we?
We did. Can't wait to go back. So people attach their self-worth to how much they're charging.
Yeah.
And if you're stuck in the imposter syndrome kind of spiral, or the in-betweeny kind of middle photographer place, it's hard to then say, well, I'm worth, or I need to charge this much and get out of that spiral. It's always something holding you back if you're attaching your self-worth to how much it's charging.
And afraid of losing bookings as well. Like if you are consistently booking at a price, but you know you're not charging enough because you're not making enough money from it, it's the dread of, well, when I put my price up, I'm not going to have as many bookings. What if I can't make enough money?
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's all emotional, and it's a lot of different feelings from different aspects.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments, yes or no. Do you find pricing uncomfortable, or talking to customers about pricing uncomfortable? Vlogging everywhere, everything says the hours of editing is where the cost goes. So we have a slight solution to this.
Yes.
We now use Aftershoot, not for all of our edits. I know it's a very taboo subject at the moment, because some people love AI, some people hate it. In our business, we see it as a tool that helps us.
And you can use it for as much or as little as you are comfortable with putting the job to something else.
Vlogging everything. I don't know what genre you photograph, let us know. But when we do a session, we upload, I will cull the images myself because I like to have control over what images, even though Aftershoot does cull. I know a lot of the other AIs cull. I will cull them myself, and then I will upload to AI or Aftershoot for them to do basic edits for me. It takes seconds, sometimes minutes if it's a bigger gallery. But that takes minutes, and then it comes back and it looks like I've done my basic edits, and then I've just got to do retouching on like baby skin and things like that. Again, I don't really do an awful lot of that before the customer sees it. We do that. We're going off on a tangent here, but I'm going to just give you a quick rundown. We do whatever they pick tends to have a full edit, but we will do our favorites or ones we want to use for social media or marketing. And they will have a full edit so they can see the kind of difference it will be on skin and things. But that's taken a massive chunk of my editing time down and allowed me to work on other things because I'm using Aftershoot to do the basic edits first.
And we were quite skeptical of that actually working, but it does a fantastic job.
I didn't use anybody else's AI models. I used our images to train our own preset, and it looks like I've done it.
Oh my God, yeah, every time.
Every single time. I'm going to quickly go through a couple of comments.
Okay.
2 seconds before we carry on. Morning, ladies. Lovely evening here. Where are you watching from, though?
Evening.
Wildlife mainly, using Lightroom to edit. Okay, so we use Lightroom also.
Yeah.
I can understand why editing would take so long with wildlife, but look into an AI software. It doesn't have to be Aftershoot. We use Aftershoot because we love it. We've used other...
Have we got a discount code for Aftershoot? We usually have, haven't we?
We have. It's not in the description, but if you go onto our website, abigaillewisphotography.co.uk, there is a photographers tab. There's a discounts and freebies page. Click on there and there's an Aftershoot discount code so that you get some, I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's a percentage off or you get like a certain amount for free. But yeah, try and train it up on your images and see what it's like, because it does take a massive workload off us. So where was we? Do you find it uncomfortable?
Yes. So I personally felt uncomfortable when we first started raising our pricing, but that was a me problem.
It was a you problem.
It was because I hadn't done the mindset shift. I knew what our cost of doing business was. I knew that we needed to be charging what we were charging.
Yeah.
I didn't have the confidence to say that to a client at the time.
No.
And that showed.
Yeah.
And the client could feel that. Now I'm in a completely different headspace, and we've recently upped our pricing again because we've done another cost of doing business, which you've got to do every so often. And we needed to, I mean, it wasn't a massive hike, but we did a small price increase. And now I'm just very matter of fact with how I say things. And it's not because I'm like unfeeling or I'm robotic with it. It's just like saying, you know, oh, well, for a newborn session, you come in when baby's between 5 and 14 days old. That's a matter of fact. And now our session fee is this. And it comes across as...
If you walked into Mercedes, for example,
yeah,
to buy a car, they wouldn't come out, oh, it's a little bit expensive, but this is how much we charge. And this is why, because they go, right, this is the price, do you want it or not?
Yeah.
And yes,
again,
it's not cold.
No.
Like, we're not cold like that, but that is the kind of... This is our pricing, and if you want it, have it. If you don't want it, go somewhere else, and that's fine. We're not pushy people. We're not going to push our service on somebody. But our pricing is our pricing because it needs to be at that price.
And we know not everybody is going to be able to afford what we charge, and I feel like that's why we are big advocates of asking people: are you a volume-based photographer or a high volume or a high value photographer?
Yeah.
Because we're not the kind of photographers like, you're high volume, that's no good, you're damaging the industry. It's not about that. There needs to be somebody to service every level of client. So if you are high volume, I'm doing a you now. If you're high volume, you have a lot of bums on seats, that's absolutely fine. You can do that, but with being intentional, you can still charge what you need to so that you're not burning out. Because if everybody was high value and everybody charged a premium for the service that we provide, there would be no photographers for the people that couldn't afford that. And then you've got a massive, massive chunk of people who are not getting professional photos of whatever genre it is that you were photographing. So I think it's very important that we are all that we all have our space in the market, that we've all got our own clients. It's just making sure that you're not just giving things away and working yourself to the bone and getting burnout.
Undercharging. Sometimes it feels like, oh, well, I'm undercharging because I don't want people to be outpriced, but a lot of the time it's avoidance. I know I should be charging more, but I just haven't got the headspace to sit down and work out how much I should be charging, or I don't know how to work out how much I should be charging. So I'm just going to avoid it and tell people that I'm going to do free sessions or cheap sessions because I don't know how much to charge and I don't know how to put the systems in place to do that. Both business models are fine, high value and high volume. They work differently for different people, and there's a need for both of them. But you've got to make sure that your business model supports your pricing.
Yeah,
that's the gist of it. You need the structure there and the foundations there so that your business is working with you, not against you.
And once you've got that structure in place, it's then about changing your mindset and building your confidence so that you can charge what you need to and not be afraid of it.
Yeah. So does everyone know what high value and high volume, we've kind of gone through a little bit, but does anybody need us to go through a little bit more to tell you what that is?
Or can you tell us what you are? Are you a high volume photographer or are you a high value photographer?
Because we have done both. And we were high volume for a long, long time, like a good, like, I was going to say 10 years, but it wasn't quite 10 years.
No.
I would say 8 years we were high volume photographers, and we did burn out.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Coming to the end of that, we were exhausted when we...
and we weren't seeing the clients we wanted to see. We weren't making the money we wanted to make, and it just felt exhausting. So we made a very conscious decision to go into high value, but we didn't do it on the, right, let's just put up our prices and just hope for the best. It was, right, how do we do this and do it properly and sustainably so that we can keep our clients coming back and keep our business running as best they can be with the business model. Business model we wanted to have. So our business now works around the fact that we've got small children. We want as much time with them as possible. We don't want to work weekends if we can help it. We want to be able to teach because we love teaching other photographers. So it gives us enough time that we can take on less customers. We take on the customers we want to see, not the customers, oh, right, we'll have to take them because we need the money. It's, oh, this sounds great, I can't wait to work on this. We're always excited for every single client because we can pick them, they come to us, but we can pick and choose who we want to see. And it gives us the time then to work on other elements like education and seeing our boys.
Yes.
I can't remember where I was going with that.
And it doesn't mean, like, we did it in increments. We didn't just jump straight into it. We did it slowly and with what we were comfortable with doing, because we didn't want to just price out the customers that we had at that point, because we had some loyal customers that we'd been seeing for years and years and years, and we'd seen their kids grow up, and we didn't want to kind of shun them because
and just shut the door on them straight away.
Yeah. So we did it in increments and we slowly increased it as we were
putting new elements in.
Yeah, adding factors in that brought the experience level up so that we were charging according to what we were giving to our clients. But that meant then that clients could still come if they wanted to until, we got to the point where we were maybe not affordable. But what we also did then was whenever we needed a model call, like we do a lot of model calls because we need to film videos and things like that. So we've still got the luxury of being able to have maybe like our older existing clients that are not within price bracket for them anymore. We can still ask them to come in and model for us, and they still get to be part of the experience. But yeah, whenever you need to do something for marketing, for instance, if you're going to be running a mini session, or you wanted to try something new, for instance, you've always got opportunities to touch base with those clients, not kind of just shutting the door on them.
Yeah. So in terms of things we improved so that we could improve our price, because it wasn't let's put our prices up and now we high end, because other things needed to change. Our service level wasn't there. We changed our client experience. We spent a lot of time on that client experience, so much so that is a good chunk of our education side of things is how we teach about our client experience, because it is one of our USPs. We took a lot of time to understand our ideal client, so that our marketing could change, so that we could meet our clients where they were. We didn't want them to have to go looking for us and scramble to find us. We wanted to be exactly where they needed us to be at the right time and find us at the right place, right time. So our client journey changed, our communication changed, our boundaries changed, because we stopped taking Facebook and Instagram DMs. We just changed our whole positioning. But again, it was gradual. It wasn't overnight. We did little things as we went. Our website completely changed. It was just taking every element and going, right, how can we make this the best experience we can make it for our client? Sorry.
All I was going to say was so that we could charge what we needed to go alongside it.
Yeah. Sorry, let me just block some people.
The comments catch your eye all the time today.
I've lost my train of thought now because I just seen that comment. So our client journey went from, can I book a session, or how much on an Instagram DM, and then they'd come in, they'd have a session, they'd go, and then that was kind of it, to something that they come to see us numerous times. There's a whole experience that flows through the client journey that they don't get anywhere else.
No.
We see them so many times during their journey with us before they get their images, that they become part of the Abigail Lewis photography family, and they feel like part of the family. And they come in and they have a cup of tea and they don't leave. Like, we struggle to get rid of our clients once they're here.
But everything is very intentional. They don't come in for the sake of it. Every touch point is intentional. Everything has been really thought about. If you want to know more about that, we've got plenty of videos and podcasts and everything about that. And we do an in-person talks. That's the word I was looking for. If you want to come and see us in person to talk about that as well, because it's a lot and it's a massive chunk
but without
of
that
topic.
We wouldn't have been able to raise our prices.
No, we wouldn't,
because they weren't getting anything more for their money. We needed them to have something more to be able to raise our, so we had confidence in our pricing. As soon as we had that, all of those foundations in place, our confidence grew, and it was, this is our session fee, and that was it. It wasn't, oh, right, well, we are a bit expensive, but it is worth it, I promise. Like,
and we still are going to get no's, and
we still do get no's.
Yeah, and it's not, we're not immune to it. It's still not nice when you kind of have a couple of, no's on the bounce, but we've put things in place to lessen that.
Yeah, and when we do have a couple of no's on the bounce, we go, right, well, where have these people come from? Where are these inquiries coming from? And obviously there's a messaging, there's an issue with the messaging there. How can we fix that?
Yeah. And it's just being able to deal with that rejection, because it is a rejection. You feel it as a rejection.
Yeah.
But it's thinking, well, do you know what? Not everybody is going to be able to afford our services. Not everybody is going to be within that price bracket. And that's okay, because that is not our client. That's somebody else's client. And same as our client might not be for somebody who has, for instance, somebody with a free session fee. They wouldn't be, our clients wouldn't go to somebody like that, because it's not, they're looking for a service, and you won't necessarily get that with somebody who offers a free session fee. I mean, if you do give a level of service, the same level of service that we do, and you go offering a free session fee, you're mad, absolutely mad. You need to put a stop to that straight away. But it's just about owning where you are in the market, making sure that your pricing is what it needs to be for your business, not where it is in the market and what everybody else is charging. It's about your cost of doing business and what you need to charge for you to be profitable, and
just being intentional there.
Yeah.
Neither business model works unless you're intentional. So you need to go, right, well, I want to see as many people as I can, and make as much money as I can by seeing as many people as I can. And for that reason, I'm going to charge this amount. And as long as there's a structure and there's an intention behind it of, this is how I'm going to do it, and this is why I'm doing these things, that's great. Or if you don't want to see hundreds of people in a month, why do you not want to see those people? And understand why you're doing what you're doing, and be intentional with that decision. Right, okay, well, I only want to see 3 newborns this month. So my messaging is going to shift online because I don't want loads and loads of inquiries. I just want the right inquiries from the right people.
And we know some photographers that make so much money off of just like mini sessions. And there's people that just do mini sessions and they're fantastic at what they do. And they see so many people because they're nice, short, sharp sessions. They're beautiful. They've done fantastic and they charge what they need to for them. But they see a lot of people because they've got that business model down, because they thought about what they wanted. They've been intentional. They've worked out the cost of doing business and it just works.
Yeah. Vlogging everything. I only do it as a hobby mainly, but I have done a few corporate gigs, but I don't actively look for work as I have a main job. And that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many photographers are doing it as a little side hustle.
Yeah. But it still doesn't mean that you need to undercharge or not charge your worth or not work out your cost of doing business. Because as much as you've got your full-time job, you don't want this hobby to then feel like a chore and then you end up knocking on the head because it's too much.
It's too much and you're not going to be able to sustain it. And it becomes that thing of, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. And your camera goes away and you don't pick it up for months. And before you know it, you've lost the love for photography.
Yeah.
So just make sure you've been intentional with, if you are going to take corporate gigs, that's absolutely great to make some extra money. But why are you taking them? And how many are you going to take? And do you want more of those? Because if you do, that's great. But how are you marketing that then?
And do you want it to stay as just a hobby or a side hustle?
Again, that's fine as well.
Yeah. Or if you want it to be your full-time job, then you need to look at it as a job rather than just a hobby. Yeah, it all comes down to what you want out of it.
Yes. I don't think there's been any more questions. No. Our phone is making really weird noises now. I can't tell if you can hear that or not. So yeah, the pricing isn't about charging as much as possible.
No.
And just trying to make millions off one client and running away to the bank like hee hee hee. It's not those it. Because I think a lot of people think that people who charge the higher end prices, it's more about, oh, well, they just want to rinse people. And it's not about that, because we are charging for the experience and they are getting a lot of our time, a lot of our energy, and they're getting a lot more for their money, I would say.
Yeah.
But on the other side of things, not everybody has to do that, and that's absolutely fine. But you still should be able to charge what you need to charge. There's going to be a lot more talk on pricing and things.
Yeah, because we can go so in depth on this topic. Yeah. This is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the really core pricing ones will probably be on our memberships only, because we'll have a little bit more time and be able to hone in on actual questions.
Yeah.
Like real-time questions. But we are doing more lives next week on, I can't remember the topic. I haven't got them in front of me now. Do
you know what days?
No, they're not scheduled yet.
At some point next week, we're going to talk about something.
They will be, don't forget to subscribe, because they'll be scheduled by this afternoon. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you'll get it notified as soon as we go live.
Yeah. So you can come and ask us questions real time. So if you're watching this on replay, that's absolutely fine. You can still ask us questions in the comments.
Answer.
Yeah, she will. It's nice to be able to do it real time in it, so you get your answers straight away. But
it's easier to talk about them than trying to type out an answer that can be misconstrued.
Absolutely. So just make sure you're pressing the bell, that's all, so that you know when it's happening.
Yes. Don't forget also to go over to our website, because for that discounts and freebies page,
there's loads on there, yeah.
Because there is loads on there. If I can get a discount code for somebody, I will. I will ask anybody for a discount code. But other than that, if there's no more questions, guys, I think that's covered everything. Yeah, no more questions. I'm leaving it there.
We'll swallow my coffee then.
We'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.